Welcome to this week's episode. In this episode, we talk to Edgar Cervantes, a working musician from the southeast of Los Angeles. Welcome to this episode. I talked to Edgar Cervantes, a working musician from Maywood, California. He and I met in high school through a mutual friend. We became fast friends and shared interest in music. I sat down with Edgar at my mom's kitchen. We talked about being a working musician and a single father. Also how I got interested in playing music after going to a religious retreat. We even talked about his experiences growing up in the southeast Los Angeles in the 90s. Here's my conversation with Edgar.
I grew up in the city of Maywood. I was born in Compton, but I was raised in Maywood. I attended the local schools, obviously in Maywood. I attended Heliotrope and then Nimitz. Oh God, Nimitz.
I know Nimitz, yeah.
And then Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you were born in Compton. Were your parents living there at the time?
No. It was I guess at the time as I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
I asked questions like, why Compton?
Yeah. So random.
Like if you guys, there's pictures of us here
Mm-hmm.
when I was little. My mom's carrying me, and there's pictures of the neighborhood. I'm like,
Here in Maywood?
How did you guys? Yeah, in Maywood.
Okay.
I'm like, how did you guys end up in Compton? It's like, oh, because that's what like if you had an emergency or anything like that, you were taken to Compton, no questions asked. I was like, what? It's like, yeah. So you were born in Martin Luther King Hospital.
Oh wow.
I was like, okay. So there was actually a lot of friends that I grew up were also born in Martin
I
Luther King
never knew
Hospital.
that. I think one of my cousins was born there, and she lived in Southgate.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, my ex-wife's brother that lives in New Jersey
Yeah.
was born in Compton.
Really?
Martin Luther King. Yeah. When I went over,
Yeah.
and I was out there for a year or so, we were talking about it. We were just hanging out. We were talking. And I go, hey, man, like, why Jersey? It's like, oh, because my dad is from here. My mom, from LA. I wanted to live with my dad, so I moved out here. I'm like, where were you? Well, you were born in LA. It's like, oh, I was actually born in LA. Yeah, I was Compton. I'm like, I was born in Compton. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah.
Wow. That's
I'm like, me too. And that's how I was like, and I think that's how we just, became even closer,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And obviously I got homesick out there. I was like, I miss LA.
So you moved to New Jersey. What year did you move?
I believe it was 2007.
Mm-hmm. You're out there for how many years?
We started off going out there for 6 months,
Uh-huh.
and then I came back,
Mm-hmm.
and then we came back.
Mm-hmm.
We got married here.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good job, but then economy.
Yeah, the 2008 crash, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my brother-in-law, he goes, dude, I can get you back at work over here.
Yeah.
If you guys are having a hard time over there.
Yeah.
We gave it a chance again.
Yeah.
This time it was my wife at the time,
Mm-hmm.
my young daughter, and
Mhm.
myself. So we went out there for, I'd say it was like a good year.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that anxiety kicked in and homesick.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you're out there and you see sports like the Dodgers.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
oh, come on, what? So it's just like, and what's crazy is like you're out there and no hay tacos, like.
Oh really? There's no tacos.
Like you have to go to like the downtown, and downtown's like 45, 50 almost an hour, dude, just to get
a downtown.
one taco, dude.
Wow.
And then tapatio, but no Mexican food.
Wow, that's so trippy.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, I was just tired of the food, dude. And I was tired of pot roast and the
Mm-hmm.
typical foods. And I'm just like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not used to this. I'm
Yeah.
not used to this. And the homesick thing just kind of got to me, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, we need to go back
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Well, we're out. What are we doing here? We have nobody but your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was only like we were working. I was working Monday through Friday, and then the weekends was just being at home.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So
Did you bring your guitar?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Not my electric. I took my acoustic,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I didn't stop.
You didn't stop playing.
Music never stopped. I've always picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a pick with me. because
Oh.
I never know. I never know. I just never know what I'm gonna run into.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a pick in my wallet, and
Wow.
I carry that around ever since you
Yeah.
taught me how to
Oh,
play
thank
guitar.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because of you, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
I said it before this interview. You're the one that pretty much guided me to it, and I just took it
Mhm,
from there.
mhm.
You know, I took everything that you taught me, and I'm like, I started experimenting, and I started, you know, doing formulas and
Mhm, mhm.
combining rhythms and this and that. And
Mhm.
I picked up the speed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm a good guitarist, because
Mhm.
if anything, I would be out there. But it's so hard, you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
to
yeah.
get
yeah.
recognized.
Yeah. Especially now with YouTube and
Yeah.
the kids now play better than, oh my god. Like if you YouTube like like an 8-year-old's playing like Megadeth,
Yeah.
like flawlessly.
8 years old, I was playing Nintendo.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
I didn't actually start picking up a guitar till 7th grade, and that was because my dad had bought a guitar at the Swami.
Oh,
At
really?
the
Yeah.
Paramount Swami.
Paramount Swami.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I remember that.
My
yeah.
dad bought one from there
Yeah.
because he had ordered one of these learn how to play guitar
Mhm.
infomercials. So
Mhm.
my dad went ahead, called
Mhm.
the number, and the next like 2 weeks,
Mhm.
le llegó, you know,
Mhm.
the kit, but the
Mhm.
guitar, you know. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to buy the guitar like on your own, you know.
Yeah.
So he was making monthly payments on that set, but the guitar, I was like, it's kind of weird that they didn't send you a guitar, but they send you, you know, books and how to learn how to play guitar.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
So my dad, one Saturday morning, he wakes me up. He's like, hey, let's go to the Swami. It's like,
Mhm.
all right. So we show up,
Yeah.
and he's looking for a guitar. He found a guitar.
Mhm.
I had no idea, you know, what he was going to do with it.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I knew he was going to play, but I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what the hell? Like, okay. So we take the
Mhm.
guitar. I remember how much it cost him. It was $25.
Really? Wow.
$25.
What year was this? Like 1997?
Or I want to say
94? 94? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
4.
Okay. 94.
So yeah, he got the guitar. We went home,
Uh-huh.
and he puts on the tapes.
Yeah.
And he starts to play.
Oh, wow.
I remember he agarró un galón de leche, empty one, obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
and he cut it up to make a pick.
Oh
'Cause
my
he didn't
god!
have a pick.
So he used a milk cart.
Milk cart. Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was a
The
plastic
gallon.
one,
Yeah,
the
the
gallon
gallon.
ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
To make out a pig.
Yeah, it's
Because he had to be
puro
useful.
Azteca.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, so
yeah.
he cut it up and he made a pick out of that.
Wow.
And
wow.
he made several picks off of that gallon.
Wow. Yeah. I wonder
I was
how
like,
many
they were all
were.
mediums. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he started playing and he gave up.
Mhm.
He didn't like it because he says that the neck,
Mhm.
the strings were too hard to press.
So the tension and
all the
the.
tension.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I don't have this anymore. Because
Mhm.
my dad grew up playing music
Oh really?
in Mexico.
Okay, so
So I-
you do have a musical
It's got to
background.
be him, dude. Because
Yeah.
my mom can't sing or pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
But my dad, from what I hear, what he tells me,
Uh-huh.
and what my mom tells me is that my
Uh-huh.
dad used to play
Uh-huh.
in Mexico at my mom's, like, romanticas and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like, so my dad would play a little bit of drums and a little bit of
Mhm.
guitar.
Interesting.
But he didn't keep going with that.
Yeah.
His interest was soccer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
well,
but he would pick it up once in a great while. And
Yeah,
started
yeah.
it off again. But going back to that story, I remember he put that acoustic guitar in the closet
Mhm.
in my room, and he never took it out till years went by,
Mhm.
and it was just collecting dust.
Mhm.
I was just like, I'm gonna mess with that thing.
Mhm.
I grabbed it, and yeah, I couldn't press those strings, dude. They were just too hard.
Yeah.
That thing was like this. Like,
Oh, so it was like a bow.
yeah. It was like,
Mhm.
this is too hard.
Mhm.
And I didn't know. I'm like, I wonder how you make the sound. I started
Yeah.
pressing it. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
like, that can't be it. I think that thing hurts. There's got to be another way around it. No. I started losing interest on that. So then drums came,
Mhm.
and I can't remember. Oh, it was through church.
Oh yeah. Everybody went to church just for the instruments.
Yeah, it was through church. We went to what do they call those, retiros?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the doctrina.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was one of those you have to be there for a whole day.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
did
God.
those. Yeah.
And they had a band, a live band.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, this is gonna be boring. I want to go home and play Nintendo.
Yeah.
And we were there. They had it was a crazy setup, something I've never seen before. You know, because you grew up watching those Bookies and Yoniks, and you know they had their setup as like the vocalist, the guitarist, the bass on the sides, and the drummer in the back. Well, this time it was the opposite. At that church, the drummer was in the front.
Interesting.
The guitarist was on the side, the bass player was on the opposite side, and the vocalist was like next to the drummer. You know, so it was just crazy because of the space, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So I was just focused on the drums. The guy was just going at it. He was just playing his drums and everything. I was just like, whoa, like, that's awesome. He would press on that bass pedal, and I feel the air impact, like, coming out of that little hole, and I'm like, wow. What is that? You know, like, I want to play that. It looks easy. It looks like fun. You know, and he's making an awesome sound. So after that whole retiro, like, me quedé con. Like,
So
I want to play drums.
You want to play drums? Yeah.
So it started with rhythms in my head.
Yeah.
You know, simple like dun dun tss,
Yeah.
dun dun tss. And I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I want to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because historically I know that the southeast of LA, which is Maywood, Bell, Southgate, Linwood, there's a rich history of bands.
Yeah.
I think HP, that's where Slayer, right? Slayer.
Yeah. Well, now they're saying that they started in Southgate. Well, Tom.
Tom.
came
Tom.
south.
Yeah, graduated from in Bell.
Yeah. He was from Chile. He came down to Southgate.
Yeah.
Y luego de ahí se fue a Maywood.
Yeah.
Y de Maywood se fue a HP. During all that, he was attending, I believe it was Southgate. Y luego se fue a Bell.
Yeah, he went to Bell. Yeah.
Yeah. It's twisted, but
It's West, and then Cypress Hill, Southgate.
yeah, they're officially Southgate.
Yeah, Southgate. So
Yeah.
there's a rich history of bands.
Dave Lombardo.
Dave
Southgate.
Lombardo. Yeah, his dad had a house there. Yeah, Dave from Slayer. So so knowing this stuff, we didn't know this stuff.
We didn't know this stuff.
No.
We started learning it when we got into music, and I guess because I remember going into the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Music was an interest, but the majority of the people that we were going in, or the kids at the time, were into rap and gangster music and things like that.
Yeah.
And it didn't catch my attention.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Until I got to like Bell.
Mm-hmm.
There was like we were all in little groups.
Yeah.
You had your paisas.
Yeah, your biceps.
You had your rappers or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
You had your greasers. Remember the greasers?
Yeah, I remember that.
You had your punks, your metalheads, your thrash, and your darks.
Yeah, your darks.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just
it was interesting. Yeah.
it was crazy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it was. Yeah, this is like
So
pre-internet.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
go in and you like, I wonder what group am I gonna hang out with?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So
exactly.
you obviously don't want to hang out with the paisas because you get paisa at the house because your mom's cleaning
Yeah,
the paisa
yeah,
music.
Yeah, paisa music.
you
Oh, the
know?
neighbors.
Or the neighbors,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
The rappers, well, eso ya no me llamó la atención because I was dealing with that for 3 years in Nimitz.
Oh, everyone
So
was.
I was like, I'm tired of
Yeah,
that.
I'm tired
you
of
know?
that. Yeah.
So you hang out with the darks.
The darks,
Or
yeah.
the thrash metal.
Or the punks,
Whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it just kind of sucked
Yeah.
me right in, man.
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah. But so you're like so it's funny to me that like, people think of LA, they don't think of our community.
No, they don't.
They don't. But they know Slayer, they know Cypress Hill,
Yeah.
but they don't kind of connect it,
They don't.
And there's so many other bands that came out of here.
Yeah.
Like Terrorizer,
Yeah.
like, right?
Yeah.
Well,
We got East LA, Brujeria.
yeah, Brujeria, East LA Brujeria. And people don't, like they always go, oh, Hollywood,
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that all these bands were either Latino, Mexican, or like Afro-Latino.
We got Dave Lombardo's a Cuban.
Yeah, Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
we got Tom is Chilean.
yeah,
and then,
Chilean, yeah.
And then I forget the vocalist for Terrorizer.
Jesse?
It's Jesse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's Mexican.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
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 Yeah, dude.
And then the drummer's Salvadorian, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, dude, but there's just so many bands. Like it's been a while since I've keep track of these things.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, getting to 9th, 10th grade, you're like, you're trying to figure out, you know, like you're trying to learn. You're opening this music genre that you're trying to follow, and you're like Korn, you know, Biscuit and Slipknot and everything else that comes in that. And I'm like, it yeah, you get a little bit overwhelmed with it, and then you start collecting CDs and everything that comes with it. But once you start with that, you want more, dude. You want more, you want more, you want more. So then your friend's friend knows this band. Your friends, it's always a friends of a friends of a friends type of thing.
Because we grew up in the age right before the internet like blew up, and before Napster.
Kazaa?
Yeah, Kazaa too. Yeah, and I remember let's kind of take into the backyard scene, like so if anybody that is not from Los Angeles, everything happens in the backyard. Yeah. Like it's a it's a space behind somebody's house, like a backyard, but it's like quinceañera, for bautismos, baptisms. So that space was just transformed into like a backyard show. Yeah. So if you have a friend who has a backyard, you bring a band to play there. Yeah. Yeah. So what was one of the first shows you went to, like in the Southeast?
One of the first shows was it's got to be the Peter Piper Pizza.
Oh, I was gonna bring that up right now.
NHP,
right in Pacific.
Yeah. It was
Peter Piper's.
It was for ska bands and things like that.
Yeah. Like the Vomits.
Yeah. There you go. Chencha was there. Like a bunch of bands, dude. But to me, ska never really called out. Yeah. I just wanted to see a show. I wanted to see what the whole deal was. Yeah. Pero nunca me llamó la atención. I was just like, no, I'm good. Then as time went on, dude, we had bands left and right in the neighborhoods.
True.
We had garage bands.
Garage bands. Yeah.
So you want to listen to that. That caught my attention. To the speed, because it sounded similar to Slayer, to DSI, to Sepultura, like just thrash sounds. I was like, whoa, like I want some of that.
I remember that. Yeah.
So then I would tag in with my neighbors. My neighbors had that.
Remember that? I remember.
Those dudes were really good. They were really good. So I would follow with them, and then I would just like go to their shows in like Watts, South Central.
Yeah, it was funny because people don't think of Watts or South Central as like a metal. But there is a metal scene.
There's a whole metal scene there, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
hardcore and metal. I see those like thrasher kids and like on the blue line.
Yeah. That's a trip, huh?
Yeah, it is. No, it is. Yeah, because I was where was I? I was at on the blue line, and all these thrasher kids, like leather jacket, long hair.
It's the same scene.
Yeah, same scene, like indigenous looking dudes, like like with the Megadeth and DSI T-shirt.
Yeah, and it feels good to see that, because
it is.
It feels like home, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, the past.
Yeah, and then one of the guys was like, "Hey man, I like your Germs hoodie."
Yeah. I get that a lot. Like, oh, you like Slayer? I'm like,
yeah, like Slayer, yeah,
kind of thing. But it's just interesting how things just,
Yeah, but people don't think that. People think like South Central, must be gangster rap.
Un cholo,
yeah, exactly.
Pelón.
Yeah, pelón. But there's an actual music scene, and all this shit's happening by kids just going somebody's backyard and throwing a show.
Yeah, and what's also hard about that, like to believe, and why we always, I guess people out in Hollywood don't see us like that, because of the news. What you see is like, gunshot this, drive by this, kidnap that, drugs here in South Central, Southgate, East Los, Santa Fe Springs, you name it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, okay, like now we have like a bad name. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
So that gives us a bad name, man.
Yeah. You know but there's good shows there.
Of course.
Have you been to the Black Castle?
I have not.
No, I think I passed by it. It's like it's a venue.
Oh, is it?
Like the metal venue. It's like somewhere. I forget where. Yeah.
That's crazy. No, never heard of that.
It's in South Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just realized that they have like hidden studios out here.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do.
I had no clue.
Yeah, they do.
I'm telling you, the only studios that I've been in are the ones out like Santa Fe Springs and Echo Park.
Yeah, the one.
That one's really nice.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Yeah, but like I just recently found out that there's one here in Vernon. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
so studios we're talking about like actual rehearsal studios and recording studios.
Mhm.
So there's one in Vernon, which is kind of like South Central, or kind of
Yeah,
it's
Vernon.
its
Yeah.
own thing. Yeah,
It's like on Loma Vista
Yeah.
and District.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
where it's a pretty like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hidden. There's
It's
no windows or
hidden.
anything. It
No,
looks,
yeah,
it just
exactly.
looks like an empty, like not empty, but it looks like a parking lot
yeah
structure. That's all it looks like.
Yeah.
But I see people outside with instruments. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, same
You
here.
know?
Yeah.
And then I've been to that other studio on 7th Street.
Oh, which one?
It's called
On East LA one?
no. It's on 7th Street and Myers. No, not Myers.
Mhm.
Mission, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hidden.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, my ex-wife used to work in that building.
Oh, yeah, when you
Yeah, the one where I went.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
went for an audition.
Yeah.
That one's crazy because I had no clue that was an actual
Yeah.
studio, and the way I found that out was when I went to go pick her up from
Mhm.
work,
Mm-hmm.
and I started listening to drums. I'm like, who's playing drums?
Mhm.
You know, all the windows are open and everything.
Mhm.
Someone in there is playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I'm like, damn, that's cool. Like, imagine, at first I thought it was like a company where they have instruments and make them and ship them out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, test them out. No, it was a studio.
Wow.
So I was just like, how do you get access to that? So I told my ex-wife about it,
Yeah.
and she goes, I don't know.
It's interesting that, like, I guess bands, just for the need to perform and play, they create, like, like some building into a studio. Like, even now.
Abandoned building.
A building, yeah.
That building has been out there since like the 1920s. I was looking into it.
Yeah,
and There's a
wow.
photo. There's a history photo of that building,
Mm-hmm.
and I had shared that with my ex-wife at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the building you work in, dude."
Like, so, yeah, wow.
It's a trip.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, it's
wow.
still standing, and I think that building is owned by one of the bass player from, no, the old drummer from Megadeth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
his name is not even in my head right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he owns that building.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Good investment.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's businessman right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, and that studio's open 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it never closes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the studio never closes, and I showed up. They wanted me to show up to that building at 10.
So you were trying out for a band?
I was trying out for a band.
Mhm.
The band was called Screaming Eagle or something like that. Can't remember. And the band was good and everything. It was like a Iggy Pop kind of
Mhm.
band type thing. And
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. Cool.
Mhm.
The guy was talented. He played everything: drums, bass,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
piano, banjo.
Mhm.
He was good. And
Mhm.
I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, you know,
Mhm.
but I don't care. I just want to play.
Mhm.
That's all I want. I just want to play.
Mhm.
And I go there. He's showing me. He sent me a video before I
Mhm.
auditioned. And after the rehearsal went on and
Mhm.
the audition, they wanted me in the band. Like, we want you in.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh, really? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool.
Cool.
But then the problems came in, you know, and I'm like, I don't know.
So, as a working musician, like, man, how long have you been playing guitar now? Because I know you're a talented musician. You can pick up stuff quickly. You know, like you say, you're dedicated. Guitar player, but you can't read music, but you have a good ear. You can't,
That's funny. I can't read music.
but you have a
like,
good ear. You have a good,
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah,
which is
I never
more
understood
important.
that.
Yeah, more important than reading music.
Mm.
So you have a good ear. So how long have you been playing, and how many bands have you been in? If you could, like,
Oh man, let me see. Okay, so I picked up my first guitar when I was in the 7th grade.
mm-hmm. So it's been over like
And
20 years, right?
Yeah, but I didn't actually start playing till I met you.
Yeah, you met me.
I've seen you like when we were in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
I knew who you were. I
Yeah.
didn't know you were a musician. I didn't know you played. You
Yeah,
know?
me neither.
So I was like, huh. So I'm like, oh, I know that. Now the way that started,
Yeah.
is that funny quick story.
Yeah,
was,
quick story.
remember Jaime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an audition for a bass, or no, it was you were teaching how to play bass.
Yeah, I think I was doing something.
You were
yeah.
doing something at the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so then he tells me, he's like, dude, you want to go with me to Chris? He's gonna teach me how to play bass. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
So we went to your old house,
Yes, my old house.
and we got there. I was like, oh, I know this guy. Like,
Yeah.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
And I saw you had a little kit drum set. I was like, kind of want to play with that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So we got there, and then you know, I started picking up drums. And you're like, you play drums? And I'm like, no, I just
Like you picked it up quickly. I remember that.
yeah. I'm like, I don't play drums. I assume that this is how it goes. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, just keep it up. And you know, Jaime obviously didn't want to continue with it, so I was like, all right, but I still want to.
But you have that that passion and talent to, you know, pick up stuff quickly, you know.
Yeah. To answer your earlier question about the bands, how many have I been in?
Yeah.
I want to say about 10. I names I can't remember, but I know I've been in like 10 bands or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And again, these are like not long lasting.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not long term bands.
Mm-hmm.
These are just bands that we pick it up for a week or two, and then people start getting lazier. They don't want to do it, or they just the time is not there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, for the band that we were in, like it was like every Friday. Or Saturday morning. You know. Whatever was allowed.
This is like in high school.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever was allowed.
Yeah.
You know, because we were jamming out in your house.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Giving your parents headaches.
We were. Yeah.
We were, man.
But I guess the point I'm trying to make that, I guess, you know, while we're part of, like, you know, this whole ecosystem of bands that still continues.
Yeah. And it's still going.
Yeah, still going. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the kid, you know, I know kids still play music, but I don't know the bands.
Yeah, I don't know the bands either. I mean,
yeah.
You know what's crazy though? That recently or nowadays, yes, especially like sometime last year, beginning of August, I've been listening to more like tamborazos, rehearsals.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, and I keep thinking to myself, someone's birthday.
Yeah,
or
so
they're having a little carne asada.
Yeah, you're talking about like banda sinaloense.
Yeah,
like Mexican brass band.
From Sinaloa.
Yeah, Sinaloa.
And they're just going at it. I'm like, huh. It's funny how times change.
Yeah,
now we hear that, and we used to hear thrash, and
exactly.
Cops would come and like turn that off, or we're gonna take away your instruments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's just like, what would you rather have us do? Play instruments or take guns? Like, you know, do drugs,
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. It's always the argument of, you know, we always had, like, you know, when if a backyard show or whatever, like those stop. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, play music or go do drugs?
Yeah, exactly. You know, so and it's always sucked. You know? It's always sucked when it comes to that, because you're trying to like do something better for yourself.
Yeah.
And when you're stopped from doing what you want to do, it's just sucks. Yeah. So 10 bands, I would say. Do I know their names? No, because like I said, these were short term, so we never had an actual name for these bands. And if we did, I don't remember. Yeah. But I remember playing, learning riffs, trying to make my own stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't have a recorder back then.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't know how to, you know. So if I play a rhythm, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool. How do I record this? And then when I want to play it again, I forget.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, oh, that's a lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Riff. But yeah.
So which other ratings? I know the Peter Pipers. That's like famous now. It was on Pacific in Huntington Park.
Yeah, that was Pacific. Yeah, it was Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific. Yeah. What other venues like around here you've been to? Because I know that was a venue.
The Bricks on that one's also on Loma Vista. And
the Bricks.
Yeah.
Like the band from
they have upstairs. There's a stage.
Yeah.
And that's where you could catch also like thrash bands and.
Oh wow! Really?
And downstairs, it's funny because downstairs is like cumbias and reggaeton.
On Pacific?
No, not on Pacific, man. Right here on Vernon.
On Vernon?
Yeah. You know that little club that says Bricks?
Oh yeah.
I think it's Bricks. I know for a fact.
Somewhere in Vernon.
Yeah, it's right there. I can't remember the other street.
Yeah.
And I think it's Fruitland. Or there's shows in there, and I think it's like a $10 entry or $7, whatever band is playing.
Yeah.
I was actually there a few weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and they had this one band, and then it sounded like Iron Maiden. I was like, whoa, kids, dude. I'm like, wow.
Oh, were these Latino kids?
Yeah, of course.
So all Latino kids.
All Latinos.
Wow.
All Latinos. Yeah.
Wow.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I'll send you information on that, Bricks.
Yeah.
And because they have bands there every other weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, the price varies though. It's not
Mhm.
always $10, $7.
Mhm.
It depends on who's playing,
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So it's like, I guess that's for the venue where everybody around here plays. The Southeast plays there.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as I know, like, it was always just backyards though. It wasn't really like gigs. Like you go to an
Like a
actual-
venue.
A venue, correct. It was always just, here's a flyer, go to the show.
Yeah.
And it was like $2 and like $5 beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you end up at some random dude's house or some random dude's backyard, and you're
Yeah.
just hanging out back there, and then you see people that and it's like, hey, what's up? So you start hanging out with them, and
Yeah.
you know the person that lives here? No, but we know the band. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to play.
Yeah.
So we get there, and they're just playing, and
Yeah.
they're going loud, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, dude, I wonder what their neighbors are thinking. And they're going at it, and they're cussing out and everything, and
Yeah.
then the fights break out, and
Oh yeah. the
liquor,
fire.
drug, like, we're just in
Yeah.
there, dude. And I'm like, this is getting crazy, but the music's good.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it was always in the back of a house. It
Yeah,
was either Maywood, never Bell for some reason.
I know, right? I
Never-
think once on around here, I think
Yeah.
once I don't know if you were there. It was some house on Walker.
Really?
Yeah, it was somebody's brother's band. It was like 2000. So this is like when the whole right before the emo shit
Yeah.
like blew up. Like
Really?
they played like 2-3 songs and the cops right away.
Oh, Alamo. I think
maybe it was Alamo. Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Alamo. Yeah. The cops came in, or I don't know, but
Yeah,
there was a
something.
story going on.
Yeah.
and there was 3 songs y ya acabó
Yeah,
la
yeah, yeah.
la noche, and I was
Yeah.
just like, oh
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Pero como te digo, it's always siempre es Maywood, South Central, Watts. I don't think I've ever been to a show in Compton, but South Central, Watts,
Yeah.
Maywood, I've always been to those shows.
Yeah,
like,
same here.
and it's always a backyard.
Always a
and
backyard,
and
yeah.
it's crazy también porque you know how like here, it's a house, and then there's a little house in the back.
Yeah.
The guys in the front play in the back where the neighbors are at.
Yeah.
In the back house. So
Yeah.
it's just like, dude, I wonder if they're gonna scream or call the cops. And no, dude, like they keep going because I guess they have an agreement.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, can you let us play? We'll do this.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
yeah.
We'll bathe you. I don't know. But, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was those were the times. And then you end up going to like South Central shows, and the first thing before you go to a show is, let's go for beer.
Yeah.
You go get your 40.
Yeah.
And King Cobra
King
or whatever it was, Mickey's,
Mickey's.
whatever fit your pocket.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much. Yeah.
And you show up with a beer, dude, and
Yeah.
Coors Light or whatever it was, Miller Light,
Mhm.
Bud Light,
Mm-hmm.
and you're there, you're drinking, and you're just listening to
Mhm.
music, And then they got the circle pits, and
Yeah. Circle.
Yeah,
pits.
dude,
And it's all just in somebody's backyard.
yeah, and like, oh, whose house? We know their space, so we're gonna jam.
Yeah. Pretty
Like,
much.
okay,
yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how nowadays, like, how it works. Like,
Yeah.
I know there's a few shows in East Los and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to meet, and I would like to go see what today's world offers, or
Mhm.
what it's like, if it still looks the same, or if
Mhm.
it's a little more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it would be really interesting to just dedicate a night just to check it out.
Yeah. I think I've heard only shows going down in South Central.
And even like for cover bands, man. Like, okay, so this is a little bit off the subject.
Yeah.
Like I like checking out like cover bands. Why? Because they're cheap.
Yeah.
And they sound so similar. Like,
Yeah.
you go to an actual band, like, their tickets are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet,
Oh yeah, sure.
because you were talking about cover bands.
Mm-hmm.
So like you go there, right? For
Yeah.
Cover bands.
Yeah, for cover bands, yeah.
Because you were saying that like the real band
the-
is
It's the real deal is really expensive, super expensive.
like
So
yeah, like if you're working
like, it used to, like what, $45, $35 to go see a band. I remember for Danzig, I went to go see Danzig,
Yeah.
and it was like $35 ticket.
Yeah.
Now you go, it's like 85, 105.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
And
what?
on top of the charges,
On
like,
top of the charges, and then you gotta go pay for parking, and then the beer.
yeah.
No, if you go to like go check out a cover band,
Mm-hmm.
they sound similar. Not them, but they sound similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're paying for like $2 for entry, and like probably like $6 for
Mhm.
beer, which is still kind of expensive. But
Yeah.
the point is to watch the band.
Yeah. So this is going on in like in the Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet.
Yeah,
So you have
Yeah.
like Metallica cover band.
There you go.
Like
Yeah.
Ramones cover
There you
band.
go.
No
Yeah.
Doubt, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
one.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
It's just they don't use their names.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, those are always fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
They have a Social D cover band.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
They had one in the Slider Bar.
Oh, that's in
in-
Fullerton.
in
Yeah.
Fullerton, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Social D cover band. That's
Wow.
and it's nothing different. It's just the fact that it's not them.
Mm-hmm.
But the music, the live music is what gives you that adrenaline.
Mhm.
You know, makes you want to be there. Makes you want to go see them.
Mhm.
You know.
So yeah, it kind of gives the argument that that's why kids are making their own playing in the backyard because
Yeah.
they can't afford to see the real Iron Maiden
There
or
you go.
because it's too damn expensive.
There
They're
you go.
working minimum wage or whatever,
There you go.
and they can't bring their beer because
Yeah.
like beer's $20 at the venue.
There you go. There you go. And it's just crazy, man. Like it the way just times are now.
Yeah,
You know, everything's
Yeah.
about money. It's not
Yeah.
about like
it's not about the art.
the art. Exactly. You took the words right out of my face.
Yeah, yeah,
The art.
yeah.
You know, but it just I don't know. It's just
So, well, let's talk about what are you doing now. So, what are you doing now in music-wise? Because I know you have a job. You do the job 9 to
Yeah.
5. You
Yeah.
have 2 daughters, so you're a father.
yeah.
So, how do you balance it all, man? Like, kids, and then like your passion. Like how do you balance it?
It's
Everybody has their own.
You know, it's crazy because you develop an instinct. You develop a way to just manage everything, man. Priorities, in other words.
Mhm.
If you know that that's your priority, you'll dedicate the time and place for that.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people don't really think that way.
Mhm.
They're just like, man, I got the kids. Man. I'm just gonna no.
Mhm.
Like if I'm gonna have the kids, I'm gonna spend as much time as I can with
Mhm.
them. You know, because they're growing. They grow. They don't stop. Time doesn't stop.
True.
You know, and then you got work. You know,
Mhm.
you gotta obviously you gotta feed. You know, so
Mhm.
you gotta find that calendar,
Mhm.
your life calendar,
Mhm.
and just start, managing your time, and know that there's boundaries in your life that you can't do. Oh, you know what? I can't make it today for whatever reason. You know, I have the kids, so I want to really. If you don't have that mentality, then damn, you're lost.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you're gonna feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and you just want to give up,
Mhm.
scream for help.
Mhm.
You know, that's key.
Mhm.
You know, yes, I'm a single father. Yeah, it sucks that my girls don't live with me,
Mhm.
but we do have an agreement that I get to see them,
Mhm.
every other weekend, and I could FaceTime them,
Mhm.
or call them whenever I
Mhm.
want, which is me conformo.
Mhm.
In other words, with that, I wish they were here with me all the time, but
Mhm.
that's how life is.
Yeah, so I guess your passion kind of how would I say this? It's like the time you do give to your music, you're like investing in yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So, music. When I play music, it calms me down. Why? Because it's the time when I'm missing. I miss my girls.
Mhm.
So for me, if I'm gonna be doing nothing and just missing my girls, damn, dude, I'm gonna go crazy.
Mhm.
So I gotta do something.
Mhm.
And the one thing that I like to do is play guitar. So I just play. I keep playing, and all that just goes away for that second,
Mhm.
for that minute, or that time that I'm playing.
Mhm.
It's like a therapy,
Mhm.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than drugs.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. Or drink,
Okay, yeah.
because, a lot of people don't even know that I play.
Really?
They don't know that I play. No, because I don't like, I don't kiss and tell. Like, I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like, I had an ex coworker,
Mhm.
and he saw that I had a Bad Brain shirt on. And he goes, "Oh, you like the Bad Brains?" I'm like, "Yeah, you don't look like you would like the Bad Brains, I was like, "Oh, that's all right, dude." Like, no judging. So then,
Yeah.
He goes, "Do you play?" And he's asking me. I'm like, "Yeah, I play a little guitar." He's like, "Hey, dude, you're down to like jam out, at a studio?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we go to Norwalk, and we're jamming out in the studio. And he shows up. He's more of a Jimi Hendrix kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I showed up, and I start playing, he goes, "Whoa, dude!" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You sound like Slayer, man." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you don't look like you play guitar, dude." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, you have a fast picking." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Thanks." He's like, "Are you in a band?" I'm like, "No, I'm not in a band. I just play. I pick it up.
Yeah.
I see guitar, I want to play it.
Yeah.
If you hide a guitar, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah.
So that's why I always have my guitar out in display. I know I want to play it.
So that's how you keep yourself motivated.
Oh yeah.
So that's a good way to to motivate yourself to do something. Keep it out, and you start like noodle on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Wow.
So work. Then every other weekend I have the girls, and when I don't have the girls and I feel like I miss them, I pick up guitar. So. And it's guitar for everything, dude. I mean, everybody uses guitar for whatever reason that they have to use it for. For me, is my girls. So I won't feel alone, So I won't feel that anxiety kicking in, 'Cause it sucks.
Oh yeah,
Anxiety sucks.
I have it too. Yeah.
And it sneaks in, and that's the worst when it sneaks in. But yeah, I don't stop playing, man.
Yeah.
I don't stop playing, and I think that's a good thing.
It is. It is.
It's
good.
It's not killing anybody.
Yeah, true.
Maybe neighbors' ears, but
Yeah,
but it's not killing anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I have fun.
Yeah. So, what's your future projects? You have anything, because I know you just kind of ended with one band.
Yeah.
So then what's what does the future look like for you in music?
I want to continue music. I would like to join a band, or if anybody needs me, or whatever it is. I like to play. Like I said, I'm there to play. I love to play, and I don't like to be pushy about like let's say I join a band that's already been playing for a long time. I don't like to put my 2 cents in until I like to hear them out. Like, okay, well, I'm here. What do you need me for? I'll do this and I'll do that. As far as the future holds, man, I don't know. I want to continue it. Yes, I want to continue music because that's what I do. When I listen to music, I always visualize that I'm on stage playing. It's crazy how that happens because I'm like, man, that would have been nice. Just playing on stage, doing what you love, traveling the world. It's not even the money, man.
It's a passion.
It's a passion, man. I want to do that. I want to be out there. Even when I go to like live concerts, like it just like I visualize myself up there. I'm like, man, when is that gonna happen? It's hard for us, man. Well, it is because it's hard for us to get recognized. There's a lot of competition out there, and
especially you're from the southeast of LA. You're like,
things go back. Start over and do it right, and do it right. Like everybody wishes. Everybody wishes because why? Because we don't know what our destiny holds.
Yeah, true.
It's like, okay, so now what? What am I gonna do now? Music. Other people do other things like art. They like to travel. I don't have that kind of capital, but I choose music.
All right. Thanks for listening to my conversation with Edgar Cervantes. In our next episode, we'll talk to a local legend of the Southeast Los Angeles music scene. He's better known as Trapo. He was a member of the band Chancha Berrinches. Thanks for listening.